Welcome to another episode of The Read Pile. Today I'm taking a look at Hellboy in Love. This just came out, and if all goes well, you'll be seeing this video about a week and a half after the book came out. So it is new, and I have comments for sure. So what this is Hellboy and Anastasia, maybe, perhaps. They're on some random adventures. He's, I guess, really on her adventures. But we start in 79, and there's a train, obviously, and there's a case that gets stolen, and from then on, it's very much like Ronin. I'm not going to say Pulp Fiction, because I think that movie sucks, and you can leave your thoughts in the comments where I will ignore them. But there's a case that gets stolen by some goblins, and then it's a chase for the rest of the two issues. I'll say this real quick. I'll go back. So what this is a collection of... It collects a two-issue series, another two-issue series, and then a one-shot. So the first story is about 40 pages, and then the second one's another 40 pages, and the third one's 20. Math. But it's a chase. The first story is a chase going after the case. She's pretty vague about what's inside of it. There's artifacts that she's trying to get to a museum. There's a shadowy organization, feels like the wrong term, but I can't think of anything else. There's a shadowy group that she is, I guess, also investigating. Like, she's interested in proving they exist because nobody believes that they do, and so this is tied to that. And it's overall a story of Hellboy and Anastasia getting into these random adventures. This first one where she flirts pretty hardcore with him, and they wind up coming away with feelings for each other. He sticks around in England. They go on more adventures. That's where one of the weird things I have bookmarked. And so that was in June of 79. The second story is then July 79. It's about a week later, which is the first weird thing I'm going to bring up. So the first story is her going after these artifacts. This then picks up, like I said, 1 week after that, and she says right here... she's getting some lip from this guy, and she's like, they're already on display. And I'm like, that seems like a very fast turnaround. So she got these things for her personal research, and then it's a week later. Are you done with your researches already? Because you're about to jump on a plane and leave the country. So her personal research is vague and seems ignored at times, and then... I don't know. It's very strange. There are elements of this that are just very strange, and this is why I have this page bookmarked. So they get off the plane here. There's this van here that they get into. She's talking from the back seat, and this guy, the driver, which we've never seen nor met, nor has he been mentioned before, randomly comments as if he knows them. And then she mentions his name, and I'm like, who the f*** is this guy? What is happening? There's a lot of that going on, and this took at least 3 times longer to read than it should have, because I kept going back, and I'm like, what is happening? Here we have, there's a creature coming out of Hellboy's shadow. Behind you, he looks... There's a creature, there's these tables. The tables are all smoking for unknown reasons. Here's the establishing shot beforehand where there are tables and none of them are smoking. They look more like benches, but those are tables. I don't know what's happening. So, he gets pushed to the ground, seemingly, and then this table gets shoved into him, and there's this flash, and, like, there's fire, but I'm like, what the f*** is happening? What is any of this? Here's another one, right? So we've got this guy and this guy. He's just had his arm ripped off. That's what that is over there. So this guy turns, and compositionally, right, we've got foreground. We've got, this is, let's just call him Professor. Here in the foreground, right, so this guy spins and attacks him, and then Where's he going? What? Not far if I can help it. So apparently he ran away, and we're just supposed to learn that from context. It's like the complete opposite of show, don't tell. This is tell, don't show. And I'm like, oh, this is such a chore to read. And it shouldn't be. It's by Golden and Smith, and they've worked together before. So Golden has written plenty of stuff. He should know what he's doing. They also worked on Bones of Wolves. They also worked on Bones of Giants, which is great, and there's no confusion in this. The audiobook is better. But this is like a well-functioning team, and this feels like Marvel method, where the two of them never communicate with each other. It's very strange. I have a hard time recommending it. It's interesting as far as the life of Hellboy goes, but as far as 3 random adventures go, it's a chore to read. It does not flow like a comic should. A professionally made comic should. It's very strange, and I, for that reason, cannot recommend it. Which is disappointing whenever that happens for Hellboy. I'm a big Hellboy fan, and I don't like not recommending Hellboy, but this is a mess.